Some people say masturbation is a curse, a form of weakness, a source of guilt, shame, and confusion. Others call it natural, healthy, even essential. So, which is it? Despite all the opinions out there, most people don't stop. And that's interesting, right? Because when a behavior is this common across cultures, religions, and even species, it's worth asking why. Today, we're going to explore what science actually says about masturbation, not just whether it's good or bad, but how often is healthy, what it does to your brain and body, and what the evolutionary purpose behind it might be. But before we dive in, quick question. Where are you watching this from? United States, Canada, Australia, India, or maybe the Philippines? Drop your country in the comments. I love seeing this global community of men taking charge of their health. Now, if you've ever quietly wondered where the urge to masturbate really comes from, if you felt confused by the conflicting messages, science has an answer, and I'm going to reveal it in this video. Science has developed some fascinating explanatory models for masturbation because it's actually a behavior we see across species. However, these models focus primarily on the male side. Of course, women masturbate too, but female masturbation follows different biological patterns and different scientific models. In this video, we're going to focus on men, not because women don't matter, but because their biology deserves its own separate conversation. So here's what researchers now believe. Masturbation is more than just a behavioral quirk. In fact, they believe it serves a biological purpose. But here's what 90% of men don't know about why this urge exists. If masturbation really has an evolutionary function, then there must be a competitive advantage. In nature, advantage often means reproduction. So the question is, could masturbation somehow improve a male's chances to pass on his genes? That's exactly what researchers now think. According to one hypothesis, masturbation might act as biological preparation, clearing the system, improving sperm quality, or even shortening the time to ejaculation in a competitive environment. That might be the difference between reproductive success and no offspring at all. Another hypothesis suggests that masturbation without ejaculation prior to intercourse actually speeds up fertilization. This could allow lower-ranked males to reproduce before being displaced, giving them a genetic edge. Interesting, right? Now, before we go further, I need to address something, because many of you are probably thinking, but doctor, I've seen videos claiming semen retention boosts testosterone, that I should avoid ejaculation to keep my energy high. Here's what the science actually says. NIH studies show no significant testosterone benefit from retention. Harvard research shows the opposite is true. Regular ejaculation protects prostate health. Prolonged abstinence can actually decrease testosterone over time. Your body doesn't store testosterone in semen. It's produced in your testes regardless of ejaculation frequency. The neuroscience is clear. Semen retention delays satisfaction, which increases desire, but it doesn't increase actual testosterone levels. In fact, when abstinence extends too long, testosterone production can decline, not rise. The claim simply isn't supported by evidence. So evolution got it right. Your body wants you to release regularly, not hoard. That's the biological foundation. But here's where humans get complicated. In the end, masturbation is seen across many species. But only one species knows the concept of sin and culture, the human species, and that makes it very special. Animals don't think about masturbation, they just do it. Humans do it and then assign meaning to it. Morality, religion, shame, pride. That's the fundamental difference. And because of this difference, a burning question arises. How often is enough? How often is too much? Where's the line? Quick question. How often do you currently masturbate per month? Type 1 if more than 20 times. Type 2WA if between 10 and 20 times. Type 3 if less than 10 times. I'm asking because what I'm about to share about frequency changes everything. This is where most men completely miss the mark. If this question strikes a chord with you and this video is helping you rethink something you've always felt conflicted about, then you might want to stick around. If you want more medical insight without moral judgment, you're in the right place. And if you like this kind of content, a like, a share, or a subscription helps me keep making videos like this. Now, let's talk numbers. Science has a pretty concise answer when it comes to prostate health. The number is 21. The health professionals' follow-up study showed a 33% reduction in prostate cancer risk if you masturbate 21 or more times per month. That's almost 30,000 participants and over 222,000 years of follow-up. That's a powerful foundation for a simple truth. But here's what most people miss when they hear that number. 21 is optimal for maximum risk reduction. It's not mandatory. It's not the only number that works. The same Harvard study showed 13 times per month still gives you 25 to 28% risk reduction. More than 4 times per month? Benefits start appearing. There's a range that works, not a single magic number. The International Society of Sexual Medicine states clearly there is no normal frequency for masturbation. Some men do it daily, normal. Some men do it weekly, normal. Some men rarely or never, still normal. A 2009 study of nearly 10,000 men found 17% didn't masturbate at all that year, 0 times. And they're fine. Their prostate health wasn't compromised. They didn't develop problems. So 21 isn't a prescription, it's not a requirement, it's a data point. Your optimal number is whatever feels right for your body and aligns with your life. But there's more to masturbation than just prostate health. It also affects the brain. Every time you masturbate, your brain goes through a predictable neurochemical cycle. Dopamine rises, tension is released, and the reward system is activated. That can feel good, even therapeutic. But it also means masturbation can become a coping strategy, especially when life gets stressful, boring, or lonely. Science doesn't give us a fixed number here, but it gives us a clue. If masturbation becomes the main way you deal with emotions, you may be reinforcing a pattern that numbs instead of helps. That's not a moral judgment, it's a neurological observation. Your brain rewires based on what you repeat. If you masturbate occasionally because you desire it, you're probably fine. If you masturbate excessively, not because of desire, but because of habit or escape, your brain will start to follow that path automatically. And here's where it gets tricky. Culture may say don't, but the brain says it works. That's the conflict many men experience. They feel shame about something that's neurologically effective, which makes them do it more and hate themselves more. The result? Guilt, secrecy, and confusion. Science can't solve that emotional conflict, but it can show you how the loop works and give you the tools to step out of it if you want to. So what should you do? Here's a simple framework. If you care about prostate health, aim for 13 to 21 times per month. That's roughly 3 to 5 times per week. The data supports it. You don't need to hit exactly 21. Somewhere in that range gives you significant protection. If you don't care about specific numbers, do what feels natural. Daily, fine. Weekly, fine. Rarely, still fine. Your body will tell you what it needs if you're paying attention. Only worry if you're thinking about it constantly, if it's dominating your thoughts, if you're using it to escape problems instead of facing them, if it's affecting work, relationships, or real intimacy with a partner, if you're doing it in inappropriate places or at inappropriate times. The question isn't how often is enough. The real question is, am I doing this because I want to or because I'm avoiding something else? That self-awareness, that's the real answer science can't give you. Only you know the difference between desire and escape. Only you know if it's serving you or controlling you. So, is masturbation good or bad? Honestly, that's the wrong question, because biology doesn't care about good or bad. It cares about function. And culture doesn't care about biology. It cares about meaning. As a man, you live in between those two worlds, between what your body wants and what your world tells you to want. That's not easy, but it's not a flaw either. It's actually a chance to know yourself more deeply, not by fighting your urges, but by understanding them. You're not broken. You're not weak. You're not alone in this. You're simply navigating a perfectly normal biological drive in a world that's given you conflicting messages about it. And the fact that you're watching this video, that means you're thinking critically about it. That's already a step forward. If this video helped you take one step in that direction, give it a like so more men find this message. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. And drop a comment. Tell me, what's one thing you wish you'd learned about this topic 20 years ago? I read every comment and often create new videos based on your questions. If you want more content like this, subscribe and hit the bell. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.